Well, you hear a pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when you see Nate Diaz in there.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
you think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight. But Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. You want to talk about a fighter who checks all the boxes, DC. Here's the UFC featherweight king, your right-hand man, Max Holloway.
The blessed crest is always on my mind. He's one of the best fighters and one of the best guys that we know. The pace and the ability to push and press forward is something that the UFC's featherweight division has never really seen. To melt Jose Aldo in the way that he did, to melt Brian Ortega in the way that he did, is truly a compliment to Max Holloway in his preparation, drew a lion to his soul, and it shows in the toughness that he exhibits when he steps into the octagon.
You talk about a guy ably taking the torch from the Hall of Famer BJ Penn. Max blessed Holloway. Few guys are going to be able to match the cardio. You mentioned the pace and the pressure. All eyes on Max Holloway yet again here tonight. Max Holloway set to fight Nate Diaz. Till the date for this, our main event of the evening. To get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC featherweight champion of the world, Max Holloway.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
Well, he spent more than 10 years on the roster. Few fighters have as big a fan base as Nate Diaz. You hear the crowd popping. You know they want the Stockton slap tonight. We'll see if Nate Diaz will go to it tonight. One thing is for certain, the man is not afraid to do so if an opportunity presents itself. All right, early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target. He's very accurate with that straight left hand, so he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards, in the same way.
Nate Diaz presses forward and lands here, DC. You know this is a pressure style and a pace that he can certainly keep up for 15 full minutes if needed. There's that jab from Max Holloway. Didn't take him long to find a home for that tonight.
I mean, Max Holloway constantly fights behind the jab, and you would expect it at the start of every single fight. The jab leads to everything else that he does inside the octagon.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Max blessed Holloway.
Both of them landed there.
All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Under 2 minutes now to go round one. Holloway's now cut above the eye from that strike. That bears watching as this fight continues. Nice job to control the range and using his reach advantage to get that punch home. Oh, roundhouse kick. Add that to his highlight reel. Overhand attempt now. It's blocked by Diaz. Well, that nose isn't going to be able to take too many more. Oh, he's on wobbly legs now. "45 seconds to go here in round one. Holloway gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Oh, you land, I land is how we're doing here. Under 20 seconds now to go. Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand. Huge strike lands there. Somehow, his opponent stayed under him.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
What a start. Heading back to the corner now after a competitive round. And Holloway's got a nasty cut above the eye. Cut man has his work to do here in advance of round 5. All right, let us now take a look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. He appeared to open up a significant cut on his opponent's forehead with one of those strikes.
A lot of blood comes from the cut on the forehead. He did exactly what he needed to do to land a strike that would open up a cut on the forehead. Now that he's got the target, he has got to continue to go there. He's got to continue to land in that spot to try to get his opponent out of it.
Of course, his corner imploring him to be more sound defensively. The cut man appeared to do a pretty good job. Let's see how this next round plays out. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times when it came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Well, as usual, Max Holloway punches in bunches, putting it all here together. I'm just not sure how much more volume his opponent can take. Diaz's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. That's a big hook.
Oh, nice right hand. Beautiful body kick.
So unofficially, 63 total strikes have landed for Max Holloway. Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
All right, so the overhand has certainly been a big weapon for him here tonight. Look for him to go right back to it here if he can find an opening. Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got to figure some things out defensively or this fight's going to end.
He's got to move his head, John. But the problem is, now he's got the blood to deal with. He's got a sharp striker in front of him. He has got a lot of things to deal with if he wants to win this fight. But right now, the focus needs to be on the head movement so you're not getting hit in that cut.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. He talked to us a lot about pace and pressure, and he has certainly kept up his end of the bargain.
I mean, the cardio is fantastic tonight. He is pushing at a level that we have not seen him fight before.
Oh, another ground strike gets through. Diaz gets caught by the inside leg kick. Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really affected with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments.
That's a solid blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, so there's the end of the round, and we will continue to keep an eye on the cut on the nose. That thing is only getting worse. And again, you got to get that guard up, and even when he does, it seems like the strikes are getting through. That is a significant cut now on the bridge of his nose.
Ready.
Third round underway. All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Diaz's cut on his nose is just pouring blood at this point. Huge block there. Well, you see why Holloway is such a fan favorite. Beautiful land there with the left hand, and now we'll see what he can do with it. Oh, big elbow.
Oh, big elbow. Oh, he hurt.
Back to the feet now.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
Oh, a big left hand.
Oh, yes. Now we're going.
Man, this is wild. These guys are both throwing everything with fight-ending intentions.
Oh, he hurt him again, bro. Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line. Oh, big elbow.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take the...
With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3. Oh, he's mad. Holloway's elbow here is blocked. Nice job defensively there. Diaz is... Oh, he's got him hurt here. And there it is!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. All right, let's go inside the octagon now to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Max Holloway.